Hi, my name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and you found this video because your marriage is really threatened by current economic problems, which are going to be temporary, and you'll see that. And I'd like to help you in two ways. I'd like to help you understand that the money problems are not what's ruining your marriage, but it's certainly not helping. And so I want to give you some very practical advice. But also at the same time, I want to give you something more lofty, something to keep in mind that may help you more long term. So I want to give you the lofty stuff first, so that way I have your attention, if you don't mind. And I was a divorce mediator for a long time, and I helped people get divorced, and the whole thing with money came up a lot, and honestly I was able to help some people gain some structure so they could get through that. But there's something more vital going on, and that is that when your marriage is impacted by material things such as a scarcity of prosperity at the moment, because it is temporary, it means your marriage is not built on the correct foundation. So what is the correct foundation? The correct foundation for marriage, and this will seem like a no-brainer, is love. And the way to really build your marriage so that it encompasses the material problems rather than is confronted by them is by putting your effort into building that love. And you need to do that even now. You need to be more loving towards one another. And even if your spouse is irritable, doesn't get you off the hook, you still have to be very loving. So the kind of guidelines are simple. Avoid complaining. It's not going to do you any good. A problem that can be solved should be solved through discussion. A problem that can't be solved, no matter what, can't be solved. So why worry about it? And why freak out over it? By the way, that's a Tibetan saying. So shift your energy in your marriage back to the fundamental principle of expressing love to your spouse, and avoid those kinds of things that actually distract you from dealing with the financial problems and the financial realities. So don't complain. If your spouse is complaining to you, just listen. Don't react. You don't have to react. You should probably try to learn some communication techniques so you're not reactive. Don't be critical. Don't blame. Don't say, oh, if you hadn't done this, if you did this, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't do any good. So avoid those things that don't do any good. Condemnation, teasing that is like really sending a message of you're not making it. Those aren't loving things. So, if you don't use one of my books, which really presents good lists, create your own list. On one side of the page, draw a vertical line. On one side of the page, put all the things that I can do to express love. I can be supportive. I could smile a lot. I could be encouraging. And on the other side, put the things that you shouldn't do. I shouldn't criticize. I shouldn't condemn. I shouldn't blame. I shouldn't show that I'm worried. And then, try your best to work together to come up with practical solutions. It's definitely within your capability. There's never a situation that will not pass. And there's never a situation that cannot be improved upon. Even though sometimes it can't be improved upon immediately, you could start building the groundwork so that you'll be able to improve upon your situation. Sometimes you just need to cut things out of your life, even though you're very attached to them. Maybe you need a smaller home. Maybe you have to get by with a cheaper car. And there's a lot of ways to address the financial problems that you're having now, and you need to do it. So those are the two things. One is put your marriage back on the track of a loving marriage. Focus on that. Learn how to be intimate without sexual. Being complimentary, loving, not demanding. Avoid those things that are going to cause more problems. And really go for building your marriage. You know, when I was a kid, everyone was learning how to play a guitar, and where I grew up, we couldn't get expensive guitars, so what we said was, oh yeah, but if you learn on a crappy guitar where the strings are this far away from the neck, you'll be able to really wail when you finally can get a good guitar. And that's what it is with a marriage too. If you go through this period, and you will if you're determined, and be determined, talk about your commitment to one another. Because if you're determined to get through this, the rest is going to be much easier. So I'm going to pray for you, and you could pray for you too. And if this was helpful, and I really hope it was, then by all means, share it, like it. If you have a comment or a question, put it in the comment box. And you know, we also have counselors who will respond to you. There's no cost for that. And you could write to one of our counselors. We want to help your marriage. Now, we can't help you financially, obviously, but we want to do everything we can to help your marriage. So browse through the website, see what we have. There may be things that you're going, wow, I didn't know that. That's going to be really helpful. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to start doing this. You know, marriage is a beautiful thing. It's sacred. It's literally the highest spiritual path you can get on. It's just, the results of a good marriage are amazing no matter what you go through. You know, you're on Facebook, you see all these sayings, you know, that tests are there to make you stronger. And it's true. All these things are true. These are spiritual ideals. Love is spiritual. Get back into the love in your marriage. Love, love, love. And express love. Don't express fear. Don't express criticism. And you'll be okay. I promise you'll get through this. You will. All right, that's it. Blessings to you. Blessings to your spouse, and blessings to your family.